Hey folks, today we're going to try to do a git rebase in order to bring somebody else's work or a different branch into the branch that we are working on in dbt Cloud. So you can see here in the main or master production branch, we only have got one model, drink types. And in the feature branch or the task that I'm working on here, my job is to add a rows types model, which I have done. So if we go to the rows types branch, we can see that there is a rows types here. And at the same time, my colleague has been working on an add bean types feature branch where he added a bean types model over here. So now we want to do a rebase. Essentially, we want to incorporate add bean types changes into add rows types. And we want to rebase in order to maintain a linear commit history instead of having merge commits kind of all over the place. So we cannot do a rebase in dbt Cloud. dbt Cloud will not allow us to do that. Essentially, if we want to bring changes from bean types, we need to kind of do a merge outside, or we need to merge this into main, and then we can do a pull over here. But this is not something we can do in dbt Cloud. So what we want to do is we want to first clone this repository locally using git. So now we've got the coffee shop repo. What we can do here is we can check out the bean types branch. You can see that there was the initial commit and then we added the bean types model here. This is the commit there. And if we check out the other branch, then we can see that this one had drink types as well and then roast types after. So it's missing the bean types and we want to pull that in. Now we can do a git log on these. So this will show that there was the initial commit drink types rows types, which is identical to this drink types rows types. There you go. Yep. So what we can do now is we can rebase to bring the changes of the bean types branch into the rows types. Bean types, and then it says done. So if we look at the log now, then what happens is we rebased our rows types changes on top of the bean types changes here. And we see that in the history. We do a log again. Then we see that it's kind of a sequential commit over here. And what we can do now is we can do a push to send these changes up to GitHub. And it is rejecting it because we have rebased, so we can do a false. Okay, so that's done. So if we look at our rows types branch here, and we look at the models, we'll see that we have got 3 models now because we rebased on top of the bean types branch. And if we look at history, now we can see a linear kind of commit history here. So there was the drink types, bean types, and rows types, which is what we've been working on here. Now in dbt Cloud, if we do a refresh, we see that dbt Cloud saying that there's some changes because it's out of sync, right? And if we do that, just pull it in, we see that dbt Cloud has brought in the bean types changes as well. And so we can kind of continue working as we have incorporated the bean types model or changes from the bean types branch into our rows types branch. Thank you.